So Peak just had their new update introducing the Roots biome.
With the new biome, there are new achievements, cosmetics, items, and more.
So stick with me. We are going to go through this together right now.
Hoorah!
Let's start with the natural Roots environment. First up is shroomberries. These are little mushrooms that lay on the floor and come in colors of red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Each one has a different effect on you, but each and every day they change, so they won't be the same from day to day. The only way to know what they do is to eat one. The bounce fungus. The bounce fungus is basically a small mushroom that you can use to bounce yourself up wherever you want. You can place it down on the ground and just bounce up higher. Next is the cloud fungus. Kind of like the shelf shroom in a way, but it can be floated mid-air just like a cloud. You throw it and you can go from one place to another fairly easy, especially horizontally. Next is the small windstorms. There will be small windstorms in the level that can blow you away, especially if you are in higher up places, so make sure to grab something or even climb and you will not get blown away. Next is a new status effect that can fill your bar called Spore. Spore can come in many different forms, one of them being mist. This pink reddish mist, if stood in for too long, will start to fill your status bar fairly quickly, and just like other status effects, it will go away on its own over time. Next is the mandrake. The mandrake looks like a medicinal root from above the ground, but when you pull it, it'll have a little ugly face and start to scream at you, making you more sleepy and drowsy. Zombies. Yes, zombies. Crazy that it would be in this environment, but yes, we got zombies in the root environment. It looks just like a player with blacked out eyes, and it will relentlessly pursue you, trying to bite you and infect you with the spore status effect. It is a good climber, it is a good sprinter, and it will dive at your feet. So be careful, you can dodge it, just don't let it bite you. And if you die after he bites you from the status effect, you will turn into a zombie yourself. Next is spiders. Spiders are very easy to avoid, but they come down from the trees in one single web string, and if you get in their way or they grab you, they will spin you up in a web, kind of like a cocoon, and pull you up. The more you press spacebar, the more that you struggle to get free and can get free. Beetles. Beetles crawl around and are typically slow, and they can climb somewhat, but they mainly will hit you and send you flying and can cause fall damage to you. So be careful, and once you fall and get back up, run right away because they can hit you over and over again. Next is the bouncing mushrooms. This is a very unique way to get around and to get up and down places. So the mushroom can be used to bounce from one to another, or from one to get to a higher place, or even down to a lower place if there's another mushroom. Now let's take a look at new items in the game. The fortified milk. Fortified milk is a very useful item. Kind of acts like a temporary golden bing bong. You take it and fall damage does not apply to you. Burn damage doesn't apply to you. No status effect will apply to you for a short amount of time. So take advantage of it. As I've been playing, it was a fairly common item, but you never know in the future, it could be scaled back. The rescue claw, which is a pretty OP item in my opinion. It's used to grab players that are unconscious. So if you're up and above and someone's down, or even not unconscious and can't get up, you can shoot the claw to them and it'll snag them and bring them to you or your area. But this can also be used to take you places. You can shoot the claw in a certain area, jump, and it will pull you towards the area that you shoot if it is on a rock or a wall, and etc. But it's very hard to land when you shoot yourself to a certain place. The checkpoint flag. The checkpoint flag is very interesting. It is a flag that you can put down in case if you die. When you die, you will be transported back to that flag with your bag, everything in that bag, and in your inventory bar, full health, all good to go. It only works for the biome that you're in. You can't put it down in one biome, go to the next, or it will be destroyed. But you can put down as many as you want and die as many times as you want, as long as you have the flex for it. The Book of Bones is a new mythical item that is pretty cool in my opinion. So the Book of Bones is an item that can be read to another player once they're dead and bring them back to life as a skeleton. Or you can read it yourself and turn yourself into a skeleton. But here's the thing, as a skeleton you won't take a lot of status effects like poison and cold or heat, etc. But if you take any little fall damage, your bones will break apart and you will permanently die. Not for the whole run, just for the biome that you're in. But if another player dies, you can go to them with the book, read them the book, or click E on them, and they will be revived as a skeleton, and they would have the same status effects not applied to them, but the fall damage is the issue with skeleton. In cooking, there are some different changes. If you cook a poisonous berry or any poisonous berry and eat it, it will not poison you at all after you eat it. And now, usable but non-food items won't grant extra stamina. We've had some experiences with the cooking changes. We cooked an energy drink and we drank it, and that did not make us tired after we drank it. And after all the effect wore off, we were still fine. The cure-all, we had gotten a cure-all and we tried to cook it and it just exploded. So big tip, anything glass, do not cook it. It will instantly explode. I'm sure the lantern would explode too, so don't cook that. Here is all the achievements, badges, and their tied cosmetics. First one is the advanced mycology badge. All you gotta do is try all 5 types of shroomberry in a single expedition. Fairly easy. There is a lot of them on the floor. There's a good chance that you'll run into each one of them. Fairly easy. If you're trying to get the original mycology badge, this is also a good biome to do that, as there is a ton of mushroom that aren't shroomberry as well there. Next badge is the applied Escoterica badge. So first of all, you need the mythical item Book of Bones, and you need a friend that's already dead. All you have to do is go to their body, read the book to them, and bring their skeleton back to life, and they will play as a skeleton. To ensure that you get the Book of Bones, look through every mythical crate you stumble across, and also the statue at the top of each biome. Next is the calcium intake badge. All you have to do is drink the fortified milk and do fall damage that will block 100 total damage. So the easiest way to do this is just drink the milk and yeet yourself off a cliff. You won't die and you'll instantly get the badge. Next is the competitive eating badge. Fairly easy one, just pretend like you're Joey Chestnut. Eat 3 hot dogs in 5 seconds. So at the top of each biome at the campfire, now instead of a marshmallow, there may be a hot dog. So just collect 3 hot dogs, eat them in less than 5 seconds, 5 or less, and you're good to go. Next is the crypto gastronomy badge. So this one's a little tricky. You are going to have to cook and eat a mandrake. You are probably going to need a portable stove, so try and get one before you go into the roots biome, or find one in the roots biome. If you see a group of what looks like medicinal roots, they will all say medicinal root, but when you pull it, it's a 50-50 chance of it being a mandrake. So you can grab them off the ground, and if it's a mandrake, plop your portable stove down, grab it real quick, cook it, and eat it before you fall asleep. The disaster response badge. So you will need the rescue claw item and use it on an unconscious player 30 or more meters away. The forestry badge, all you gotta do is climb to the top of the roots biome, and that is it. You got the badge. Doesn't matter if you're hurt, any which way, as long as you get there. Next is the Myco Acrobatics badge. This one you have to bounce 40 meters off of a mushroom. Get to a high place, jump on a mushroom, and you should be able to hit 40 meters. If there's 2 mushrooms next to each other, you should bounce from one to another, and it would shoot you pretty high. But don't jump too high on a mushroom or you'll die on impact. It has to be fairly high, but not extremely high. Next is the Tread Lightly badge. For the Tread Lightly badge, you have to climb past the roots with ever having more than 25% of your status bar filled with spores. So be careful of the pink mist, be careful of zombies, be careful of all of that. You want to get there with less than 25%. It is fairly easy to rack up a lot of spores if you hit any little item or get bit, so just be careful, tread lightly. Next is the Undead Encounter badge. All you gotta do is cure yourself from a zombie bite. There's many ways to do this, but the way I did mine was I drank a fortified milk and I let him bite me, and unfortunately as the milk wore off, he bit me again and I got infected, but I kind of ran away from the zombie till he died, and once he died, I got the badge. That's one way to do it. Lastly is the web security badge. All you gotta do is escape a spider's web and survive. Once they grab you, spam that spacebar. They should drop you fairly quick, and that'll be it. But do it as fast as you can so they don't drop you and you take too much fall damage. Because the longer you take, the higher they will pull you up in the trees. Now let's go over new pig emotes. Yes, we have a whole nother second wheel full of new emotes. And here's the emotes. You got the backflip. You got the bully. You got the cinema. You got the crash out. You got the despair. You got the flex. You got the shimmy shimmy yay. And you got the wave. Lastly, the strange orb is a big thing in Peak, where there's a little strange purple orb behind the Peak mountain that is held by a statue, and nobody knew what to do with it, but now it's a little closer to being put to use. Right now you can activate it and deactivate it. That's all you can do. Nobody knows what it does still. Maybe in the future it'll do something, but right now that's just a small little change that strange orb has. Alright, and yeah guys, that is the full guide. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Peace.